Alrighty. Hey everybody. Welcome. So it's been a little bit since I've done an art stream. I went on a business trip last week and I had been hoping to stream every day while I was there, but the internet was super, super bad. So that just wasn't possible. So I did draw. This is what we made the last time I was doing a drawing stream. I did draw a little bit in my sketchbook while I was at the conference. So this one is just some face doodles and some phrases that were inspired kind of by a book I was reading, as well as the keynote speaker of the conference I was at. And the mouth and these and the next one after this I'm going to show you were all made just with these markers, the earth tones set. And I did still do a little bit of swatching over here on the side. This is probably my favorite one that I made while I was at the conference. This is mostly the earth tone set, and then there's a confetti set that I got. So I added these after I came back from the conference. So these are those colors. So this is the drawing that we're going to be working on today. A little Dekotora truck. Kind of on the more tame end of Dekotora. Just trying to get our feet wet. It's kind of a complicated little marker drawing, so it's a little bit of a more simple truck. And then last night we watched, what is it? I can't remember what it's called now, but the Charlie Brown Christmas movie, the original one from 1965. And of course, I love the part where they're all dancing, and Snoopy is playing the instrument here. So I wanted to draw that little scene. All right. So now I'm gonna get us started working on the truck. So since doing the stream with the mouth, I've gotten a couple of other packs of markers. This one is confetti themed, so like all the colors are a little bit more playful, and they're mostly lighter values. And since one of my main complaints last time about the earth tone set was that they were all the extra fine size, that I wasn't really able to put down a lot of color quickly, and I felt like I was really scribbling a lot. So these are a medium size, so they have a little bit of a bigger tip on them. And then I also got this one, and this palette is the jewel tones, so they're all a little bit darker, and you know, they do kind of have a range that would be similar to like a gem or something like that. So that's what we're going to be using today. We'll a mixture of all three of these. So our truck is mostly blue. And I have been swatching a little bit over here. So you can see we are using a couple of the jewel tone blues, namely the 10 and the 12 and 11. So I'm going to go ahead and get those out because we're probably going to work on this truck bed area over here first. So we get these guys out. I think that should be good for where we are. I think there is one confetti color that I'm also using for the truck bed. That's primarily banquet blue, as you can see over here, the CF23. I'm also going to get 24 out just for good measure. So lots of blues happening here. I'm going to try to move this back to center. So this is only the second time streaming with this setup that I have here now with the I'm gonna get what's our most saturated blue here. I feel like it's gonna be Jewel Tone 10. Let me see. This one. Sometimes it's hard to tell, like, just based on these, what it's really gonna look like. But anyway, so this is just the second time using this setup. So I did like it last time, and this is the setup that I took with me while I was traveling in the hopes of streaming with it, which I guess was a little bit of a pipe dream, you know. I should have realized that the hotel internet was going to be not nearly good enough to do that. And then I also tried to use my, what is it called? Hotspot on my phone, which allowed me to get some internet, but it still just wasn't good enough to stream with. So you can see we are definitely laying down more color more quickly with this size of marker than we were the other day. So what is today? Tuesday? Happy Tuesday. Ever since doing a little bit of traveling, I feel like I don't know what day it is any day. Almost every day that I was over there, it felt like it was 2 days worth of time. Especially the day that I was first traveling there. Oh my gosh, I got a really early flight, so I woke up at like 1:30 in the morning to get to the airport at about 3 or so, and man, just pretty much didn't sleep then again until the next night at 9 o'clock in the evening. It was a long haul, that one. But anyway, so glad to be back now, and glad to be able to keep streaming because I've been having a lot of fun doing this, and have been able to still keep up with my drawing a bit, even you know, even though I haven't been streaming drawing as much. And y'all probably also saw that I was streaming Soul Frame the other day, which was really fun. The first stream, man, I didn't realize how off my settings were for it. So it's practically unwatchable, to be honest, which was a little embarrassing after the fact. But the second time I did it, it turned out great, like really good. I spent several hours like adjusting my settings for it, and it was so smooth. And then the next day or so, I went to stream again, and it was awful. It's like it was a little skippy, and then I spent more hours trying to work on fixing it, and then it looked fixed. It looked great again, and so then I went and like had lunch, and then came back to stream, and I did a test just in case right beforehand, and it returned to being just absolutely terrible. It was like, skipping with, it felt like 5 seconds in between the frames, and I just don't know. you know, I couldn't spend another, you know, couple of hours trying to fix it. So for now, I'm probably not going to be streaming any more Soulframe, unless I use a different computer, maybe, or maybe I'll, you know, stream a different game that's not so heavy, and we'll see how that goes. But it is a really interesting game. I really like it a lot visually. I don't always know, you know, what I'm supposed to be doing, which in the world chat seems to be something that people say. But it's really beautiful, and the character designs and everything are really cool. So if you want to check that out, I recommend looking at my second Soulframe stream, not the first one. Unless you're okay with watching something pretty glitchy looking. But yeah. I did test Road to Empress on my setup, and that was fine. So maybe if I do stream some 2D games or something like that, it'll work out all right. This looks super dark, I guess, on the webcam. It's not quite that dark in person, but there's so many different like values of blue on the, you know, truck I'm using as a reference. And I have a limited blue selection here, but we're going to try to make do with it. I'd like to keep it all straight acrylic markers, even though I probably could fix some stuff by adding a little bit of colored pencil or something like that.
Nice to meet you. I'm Xena.
Xena's wishing everyone a good evening there. This drawing kind of came about because I was just looking for a random drawing assignment, basically. So I asked my partner what I should draw, and they're pretty into Dekotora trucks. And so that was their suggestion. So we are trying that out. And they seem to like how it's been turning out so far. So that's kind of the main thing, right? Let's see. I'd like to get a little gray to go around these lights right here. And then I think I will do, let's see, consult my little swatches over here. Oh, okay. Number 12 is really, really dark. Let me swatch number 11. Oh, I haven't done number 11 yet, so we'll do that. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, I forgot about how this kind of jiggles whenever I shake the pen. I'll try not to touch the disc while I do it. All right, so this looks like it's blue. I do actually like this blue. This is a really good version of the blue that we need. Let me add it to our swatches real quick before I keep going. So this is one of the jewel tones, I think, right? Jewel tone 11. And it is called Deep Sapphire. Okay. So you can see I kind of initially roughed in the truck with a lighter color so I could just get a feel for where everything was at. This is a really nice blue. This one might actually be my favorite. It's really rich. It's a little bit lighter, I think, than it looks on my preview screen here. But it's very deep. It kind of feels like a royal blue. Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna also go around here. So, this is a good exercise for me because I don't draw a lot of brick to linear things. I am mostly always drawing people. And maybe very rarely I'll draw some animals or something. But the things I draw the least definitely are like architecture and vehicles and things like that. do find it's a lot easier to talk when I'm playing games. I can kind of make jokes and be silly. I'll probably go in at the very end and write the Japanese characters that are on the truck, because I certainly don't want to leave them off. But these pens are way too thick for that. Okay. I do feel like this is also blue, like the mud flip thing here. All right. This, and then it also looks like there is a diagonal line that goes right here. And a lot of this stuff is all going to be black, basically, or like pretty dark. And then I might go back and add in some, lighter bits. I think this will start making it look closer to being finished. The less white we have showing, in between other colors and stuff. I'm going to mute my mic for a second because I think my dogs are about to bark. So let me do that. I think that they're done embarking for a little bit, hopefully. It looks like there's almost kind of like a grid texture to these. So I'm going to see if I can replicate that. A little bit. Some of my lines are not going to be totally accurate here, but just doing a little bit of an approximation. All right, so that's looking a little bit better. And then it looks like I'm a little scared to, well, I think my hand won't touch it. It'll be okay. I want to kind of do, well, this is 100% the right angle, but the texture on this part is kind of like a diagonal checkerboard. I'll zoom that. Smearing any of these other parts. All right, let me see if I can turn this a little bit so I get the other angle more easily. All right, now fill it in. Mm. I think my checkerboard should have been a little bit more skewed. Now that I'm seeing it, but we did our best. Okay.
Nice to meet you. I'm Xena.
And always count on Xena to say hello to everybody. Even if I'm not paying attention, she's paying attention.
Refreshing. Thanks, Alan Prince.
Thank you for giving Zena a drink. I appreciate that. Or a snack? Oh no, hydrating Zena. Thank you. I wish I had another like middle dark gray. Let's see. What does this one look like? Remember if I swatched this one yet or not. 30. It looks about like how I want it to, I think. Let's see. It looks on paper just like the last gray I used. But let's see. Maybe it'll dry like a little bit lighter. A lot of chrome on this guy. And I think this little gray marker is like kind of clogged or something. I need to clean it because it doesn't really want to cooperate very well. I was just reading on the box today that it says to store these horizontally, which I definitely have not been doing. So far, this marker is the only one it seems to be affecting. I think this one and one of the light blue ones from the same set. Let's try this. All right. And this here is more like a light. I think I'm going to start adding in some more colors here just to fill in so there's less white. And then keep adding more values from there after that. Just try to get rid of as much white as we can at this point. I was trying something a little different this time and put on some birds and crackling fire for y'all. Hopefully you can kind of hear it. My dog is also snoring in her bed next to me, which you probably can't hear, but it is cute. how this one's trying to give up on me too. We're probably just gonna go till about an hour because I need to have dinner myself. But since it had been a while, I wanted to make sure that I streamed a little bit today.
It's delicious, Alan Prince.
I guess it's Xena's dinner time as well. I really like this, like license plate frame. It's kind of interesting. It makes it like harder to see from the side, sort of. But the shape is really cool. All right. Oh, I haven't used this one either. Okay. And we write this down. This is, I'll write it over here where you all can maybe see it better. 23, Earth 23, which is Desert sunrise. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. It's like a little bit lighter than the yellow I used before, which is sort of what I was hoping. Give these some highlights right here so we can feel like there's some dimension on these shapes. Okay. I also want to add some darkness over here. Got a pretty dark shadow where the door is in the rest of the truck. All right, I'm trying to remember what else I was thinking about doing a second ago. What is this one? Oh, I have used 17. Let's do that one. Oh, orange. I think that's what I was gonna do. The dog is prancing all around in here. And groaning. Yeah. Oh, thank you for that subscription. I really appreciate that. First subscriber. Shout out Alan Prince, biggest fan. I finally got to see what that alert notification looks like. In case y'all missed it, it's a bag of guano. Now you should have access to the full suite of emotes, I think. Subscriber emotes. And then my understanding is that additional ones unlock as you continue to be a subscriber for, months at a time and things like that. I hope you're enjoying the truck so far. Let's see. I think I was using some glue on these tires too, so let's do that. Probably go back in and work on the tires a little bit more. Later on. Just get rid of this white for now. And then looks like our fender, not fender, I don't know, the wheel well thing is blue as well. So if nothing else, we're gonna get all of the
I'm hungry.
Me too, Zena. Just hang in there. I really like this blue. The sapphire blue is so good.
It's delicious, Alan Prince.
Thank you for feeding her again. She needs it, apparently. She's a growing xenomorph. I made sure to put her in the snow this time, too, so she can get increasingly festive as the month goes on, I hope. Actually, this shine over here is kind of purple, which is going to be weird because it might be the only purple thing in here, but I want to go ahead and make it purple. That doesn't look purple. As purple as I thought it would. I'll fix it in a little bit. Probably gotta wait for it to dry some. All right. Let's see. I think I haven't used 19. Have I used 19? Oh, I have. I guess just in a different drawing. Maybe it's a little bit darker. That's a little label right here, a little square, like sticker or something on the window. And then definitely don't want any white in here because everything is being tinted by the window. Everything on the inside. Really need more grays. I've already bought a bunch of these markers, so I don't know if I should go buy some gray ones too, but they do have a grayscale set as well. And then there's a thing here with some kind of texture that I can't totally identify, but I'm gonna kind of make it a I don't know, waffly texture. And then maybe I should have made my colors a little bit more unrealistic, so if I didn't have a color, I could just make it something crazy. Next time. Only this gray would work. That would make me very happy right now. Hi, Mega Fat Founder. Thanks for following. Hope you're doing great this evening. I'm doing well. We're just working on this little Decora truck drawing today, using some Tooli acrylic paint markers, trying them out. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Oh, good. This marker just decided to start working a little bit better. That's good news. The actual truck has like, it looks like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of what you call that, but like when, it's got cutouts in it, like when people, use, it's like those water cutter things, where they cut designs out of metal. I wish I could think of what it's called. That's what it looks like. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It is a little bit of a complicated, complicated guy. I don't draw trucks and stuff like that very much, but so it's been an interesting thing to try. Challenging. Can't get better at stuff if you don't ever do it right. So. This is just a personal project. I wanted to draw something the other night, and I wasn't sure what to draw. And so I asked my partner to just tell me something to draw. And they're into Dekotora trucks. And so they found me a couple of different reference images to choose from. And I chose this one. It's not as crazy looking as some of the other trucks I've seen online, but still pretty cool. Got a lot going on. Yeah, it might be fun to draw some more in the future. They're pretty cool. It'd be fun one day to go to a Dekotora truck, meetup or show or something in Japan. That would be probably a real sight to see. Let's see. I'll put a little bit more darkness in here. Most of the time I draw like people. It's pretty much the number one thing I draw. And rarely I'll draw some animals or something. But so far, since I've started streaming on Twitch, I've drawn some animals, architecture, trucks, a bunch of stuff I don't normally draw. So it's been a fun, experience, I guess, kind of learning and doing my best live at stuff that maybe I'm not an expert at. But it has been really helpful to draw and stream because it's kind of helped me revive my own like sketchbook practice. Like I've been drawing more off stream and stuff than I have been, you know, for a couple years. So it's been really good. Do I have a website that I upload all my work at? Yeah, I do. It's actually, let me see if I can grab the link easily. I can paste it in the chat. Thank you. So if you're curious, you can see some more of my art there. On there, you'll see a lot of my, you know, like paintings and stuff like that. Also printmaking, like screen prints and relief prints and some drawings, ink drawings and stuff. Xena told me welcome because I don't usually chat in my own chat. Let's see. I guess I'll add a little bit more darkness to this rim over here. This tire. Who helped me design my website? I designed it myself. I use Wix as my website platform. I've been using it for a pretty long time. Gosh, I don't know, probably more than 10 years or something like that. So I know it pretty well, and it's got a lot of really interesting features on it for, you know, like effects and things you can do. Well, I was going to turn this, but it's a little awkward. It's my computer setup, so I'll just turn my arm. And then I also do like a lot of illustration for fun and stuff like that. So like on my Instagram and those kind of places, you'd see more of that, like Procreate illustrations and stuff like that. I think I added some of that stuff to my website more recently. I can't remember. But it used to be that my website was pretty much only, you know, the quote unquote fine art stuff, paintings and drawings and whatnot. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're asking. Can we do what? Well, I think I'm just gonna go for another minute or so here, and then I'm gonna have to go and get something to eat before it gets too late. Really, I should probably stream after eating dinner, but I just wanted to make sure I got on this evening. And I'm planning on probably streaming tomorrow evening as well. Not on Thursday though, and then maybe Friday and Saturday too. So I probably have a few more places I need to add some values and stuff to this guy to make everything pop. But I may have to do some of that next time. So I think that's probably going to be our stopping point for now. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Let me see. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Maybe we could do a raid real quick. Let me see who is online. Okay. Would y'all like to raid Queen Bee, who is watching some sumo right now? All right, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Like I said, I appreciate everybody turning in. Thank you so much for the new follows and chats, first time chatters, and the subscription. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow.